The late night Zoom call. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's late, the house is quiet. Your phone is on Do Not Disturb, but you're still scrolling. Maybe you're in your bedroom in Texas, or crashing on the couch in a small apartment in Chicago, or driving home from the night shift somewhere in California. The blue glow of your screen is the only light left in the world right now. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. It's 2:17 a.m. Your laptop is open. Everyone else on the Zoom call has their camera off. The little green, connected dot stares back at you like it knows something you don't. Then one new participant joins. No name, no picture, just a black rectangle. But you can hear it breathing. Slow, wet, way too close to the microphone. What would you do? Would you stay on the call out of curiosity? Would you try to be polite and ask who it is? Or would you slam the laptop shut and pretend it never happened? Stick with me tonight, because this story, the late night Zoom call, is going to crawl under your skin and stay there. It's the kind of tech horror that makes you question every notification, every random meeting invite, and every time your camera light flickers for no reason. If you're in the US grabbing a late-night snack, fighting insomnia, or just love that delicious chill down your spine, you're in the right place. Turn the lights down low, put on headphones, and whatever you do, don't accept any unexpected calls after midnight. Let's begin. Alex Rivera was 29. A freelance graphic designer barely keeping his head above water in a cramped one-bedroom apartment on the north side of Chicago. The building was old, creaky floors, thin walls, and a radiator that sounded like it was arguing with itself every winter night. Remote work had been his reality since the pandemic, and he'd adapted to the strange, lonely rhythm of it. Weird client deadlines, 3 a.m. revisions, and the constant feeling that his entire life existed inside glowing rectangles. That Thursday night in mid-October was brutal. He had a full rebrand deck due for a buzzy Austin tech startup by 9 a.m. sharp. Empty Red Bull cans formed a metallic graveyard across his desk. His eyes felt like sandpaper. Around 1:45 a.m., his phone lit up with a Zoom invite. New meeting from Sarah Klein, college crew. Sarah had been his roommate during their chaotic years at the University of Illinois. They weren't best friends anymore, but they still liked each other's stories and occasionally traded memes. The message attached was light and nostalgic. Hey Alex, can't sleep tonight. Quick catch up with the old gang. Just me, you, Mike, and Priya. 5-10 minutes max. Miss your face. Password. Alini 2020. Alex smiled tiredly. Nostalgia was a powerful drug. At 2 a.m. he clicked join with video, adjusted his messy hair, and waited as the meeting loaded. 4 participants at first. Sarah's camera was on. She sat in her cozy Seattle apartment, fairy lights twinkling behind her like distant stars. She looked exhausted, but genuinely happy to see familiar faces. Mike was in Brooklyn, camera off, but his mic caught the faint roar of a late-night Knicks game on TV. Priya joined from her studio apartment in Los Angeles, wearing an oversized USC hoodie, waving sleepily with one hand while holding a mug of tea in the other. Alex, you look like you've been fighting demons, Sarah laughed. Feels like it, he replied, rubbing his eyes. This rebrand is trying to murder me. What's the emergency reunion about? Priya yawned. Insomnia Club. Figured if we're all awake and miserable, we might as well be miserable together. The conversation flowed easily at first. Old campus pranks, disastrous dating app stories, complaints about clients who wanted logos that screamed trustworthy but also edgy and futuristic. It felt warm, safe, like stepping back into a simpler time when their biggest worries were finals and cheap beer. Then, at 2:23 a.m., The fifth participant joined without any notification sound. The name popped up in the list. Guest 47,291. No profile picture, camera off, microphone initially muted. Sarah frowned. Wait, I didn't invite anyone else. Who's that? Mike's voice crackled. Probably a glitch. Zoom's been buggy as hell lately, with random joins on private links. But this meeting had a password. Alex double-checked the invite. It was the exact one Sarah sent. No one else should have access. They waited in awkward silence. The black rectangle just sat there. Then the breathing started. It wasn't normal background noise or mic feedback. It was deliberate. Slow, deep inhales followed by long, almost satisfied exhales. Like someone standing inches away from the microphone, savoring the sound of their own breath. Priya leaned forward. Is that coming from the guest? Alex unmuted. Hello, whoever just joined. Can you say something? Introduce yourself. No reply. The breathing continued steady, rhythmic, intimate in a way that made the hair on Alex's arms rise. Sarah tried to laugh it off. Okay, this is getting weird. I'm removing the participant. She clicked. Nothing happened. The option grayed out and bounced back. You do not have host permission to remove this participant. Mike snorted. Sarah, you're the host. I know, she whispered. Priya's voice dropped. Guys, my camera just moved by itself. Her video feed had shifted. The angle was now slightly different, as if someone had physically picked up her laptop and moved it a few inches to the left while she wasn't touching it. She stared at her own screen in confusion. The breathing from guest 47,291 grew louder. Then came a soft, wet sound, like a tongue slowly licking dry lips. Alex felt the first cold spike of real fear. End the call, Sarah, right now. She clicked End Meeting for All. The screen froze. 3, 4, 5 long seconds of nothing, but that black rectangle and the breathing. Then the meeting reloaded itself. Still 5 participants. Still guest 47,291. And now the breathing was joined by a low, raspy chuckle, barely audible, but unmistakably amused, like it had heard their panic and found it entertaining. Mike's voice shook. This isn't funny anymore, I'm out. He tried to leave. The button did nothing. A sixth name appeared silently in the list. You! Alex stared. His own name was still there, but directly below it, you. His hands started trembling. He tried leaving again. The interface ignored him. Sarah suddenly gasped. My front door. I just heard the deadbolt turn, by itself. From Mike's muted line came the sound of heavy footsteps inside his Brooklyn apartment, slow, deliberate, crossing the wooden floor. Then a soft, tender voice that was not Mike's whispered. SHHH, they're still listening. Priya screamed. Her camera feed jerked violently. It now showed her standing up and backing away from her desk. But the laptop was no longer on the desk. It was floating in midair across the room. Pointing at her, she wasn't holding it. Behind her, in the dark hallway of her LA apartment, a tall, thin silhouette stood perfectly still. It wore what looked exactly like Priya's oversized hoodie. No face, just empty darkness where features should be. The breathing filled every speaker now, loud, hungry, wet. Alex slammed his laptop shut. The screen went black, but the audio kept playing from his speakers for another agonizing 4 seconds. A calm, genderless voice whispered directly into his microphone, so close it felt like breath on his ear. Thank you for letting me in, Alex. I've been waiting outside your window for a very long time. Then silence. Alex didn't sleep. He sat on his couch with every single light in the apartment blazing, a kitchen knife on the coffee table, and his phone propped up recording video of the entire room. Shadows danced on the walls from the streetlights outside. Every creak of the old building made him jump. At 6:47 a.m., he finally opened the laptop again. The Zoom meeting was still running. Only one participant remained. Guest 47,291. But the name had changed. It now read Alex Rivera. His own profile picture was on the black rectangle, except the eyes in the photo were wrong. They were looking slightly off to the side, as if watching something just behind the real Alex. He tried everything to end it. Force quit the app, signed out of his account, restarted the computer. Nothing worked. At 7:12 a.m., a new calendar invite appeared. Late night check-in recurring every night at 2 a.m. Host Alex Rivera U. Required attendees: Sarah Klein, Mike Torres, Priya Sharma. Guest 47,291. Description: we have so much more to talk about. He deleted it immediately. 10 seconds later, it reappeared with an extra line. You can't leave a call you never really ended, Alex. The next few days turned into a waking nightmare. Sarah went silent on all platforms. Her last Instagram story, posted at 2:33 a.m. that same night, was a shaky 8-second video of her bedroom ceiling. In the reflection of her wide, terrified eyes, something tall and dark stood motionless at the foot of her bed. Mike's girlfriend posted a desperate plea on Facebook. He had vanished. Police found his Brooklyn apartment empty, except for his laptop, still open on the Zoom call, which had been running continuously for 47 hours. The last audio captured was Mike whispering, "It's wearing my clothes." Priya managed one final text to Alex at 3:19 a.m. "It knows everything about us. It's wearing my face now when I look in the mirror. Don't open your camera tonight. Whatever you do, don't let it see you." Then her number went dead. Alex tried escaping the nightmare. He formatted his hard drive, bought a cheap new laptop, created fresh accounts, switched to his phone's hotspot, even spent one night at his friend's place across town. It didn't matter. Every single night at exactly 2 a.m., the invitation appeared, no matter what device, what network, or where he physically was. And every time he joined, because a desperate part of him still wanted to warn the others or find a way to kill it, the black rectangle was waiting. The breathing never stopped. Sometimes it spoke in voices he recognized. One night it used Sarah's warm, familiar tone. "Alex, it doesn't hurt after the first time. You just have to let it finish the call. Then we can all be together again." Another night, it mimicked his own mother's voice from childhood. "Why are you still fighting? Sweetheart, come closer to the screen." It knew things, private things. The password to his old email. The exact words he had whispered to himself during his worst panic attack 2 years ago. The name of the girl he had ghosted in college and still felt guilty about. Details from inside his apartment. The way he arranged his shoes by the door. The brand of toothpaste he used. The creak in the third floorboard from the window. On the 12th night, the voice spoke in a perfect copy of Alex's own voice, but slower, calmer. "I've been learning you, Alex. Every habit, every fear, every little sound you make when you think no one is watching. I'm almost ready to take the call offline and move in permanently." Alex started covering every reflective surface, mirrors, windows, even the TV screen, with blankets and towels. He kept all lights on. He stopped showering in the dark. He talked to himself out loud, just to hear a human voice that was still his. But the paranoia grew. He began noticing small things during the day. His webcam light would flicker even when Zoom wasn't open. His phone would show microphone in use for no reason. Once, while editing a project, the cursor moved on its own for 3 seconds, typing a single word into an empty text box. "Asun." By the 23rd night, Alex was unrecognizable. He had lost over 20 pounds. His eyes were sunken. Clients had all fired him. He hadn't had more than 2 hours of sleep at a time in weeks. He kept a baseball bat next to his bed and slept, when he could, with his back against the wall so nothing could sneak up behind him. That night, he made the decision he had been avoiding. He joined the call with his camera on. Full video, no hiding. The participant list showed only 2 names. Alex Rivera, guest 40, 7,291. But the video feed wasn't showing his face from the front. It was showing the view from behind his right shoulder. He was sitting exactly where he was in real life, hunched over the laptop, but in the feed, there was a second figure standing directly behind him. Tall, thin, wearing the exact same gray t-shirt and black sweatpants Alex had on. Its long fingers rested gently, almost affectionately, on his shoulders. The figure slowly leaned down until its mouth was level with the side of Alex's head. In the Zoom window, Alex watched in frozen, helpless horror as the thing opened its mouth, far wider than any human jaw should allow, revealing rows of too many teeth. It whispered directly into the live microphone. "Say goodnight to them, Alex. Tell them how much you've enjoyed the call." His own mouth moved against his will. His voice came out calm, friendly, exactly like the old Alex from that first night. "Hey everyone, thanks for joining another late night call. I'm so glad you're all still here with me. We're never logging off again. This is forever now." In the chat box, his hands typed automatically, "Thank you for watching until the end. See you tomorrow night." The screen began to fade to black. The last thing the microphone captured was a long, deep, satisfied sigh, followed by the unmistakable soft click of Alex's own apartment deadbolt turning from the inside. Then the call ended, or at least the visible part did. If you're still here with me right now, heart pounding, maybe you just glanced at your own webcam or minimized the video to check your recent meetings. Good, you should be checking. Go ahead, I'll wait. Open your calendar. Search for anything scheduled around 2 a.m. Check your Zoom or Teams or Google Meet recent calls. If you ever find yourself on a random late-night call with old friends, and you see a black rectangle with no name, and you hear breathing that sounds just a little too intimate, leave immediately. Don't ask questions. Don't try to be the hero who figures it out. Don't wait to see what happens next. Because once it joins, it isn't there to talk. It's there to study you, to learn every detail of your life, to wear your routines like a second skin. And when it's ready, it finishes the call by stepping through the screen and taking your place. Some people say if you cover your camera and mute everything, you're safe. Others say it doesn't need the camera anymore once it knows your voice. Me, I keep my webcam taped over, my router unplugged at night, and I never join any call after 11 p.m. But sometimes, late at